Okay, so I get the question a lot, will this add value to my home? Or how much value will this whole add to my home? And it's things, anything from redoing a bathroom to a full kitchen renovation, new paint, new carpet, landscaping, all sorts of different things that you can do to your home. And the answer isn't always very simple. There's a lot of variables and it really just depends. Um, there's a couple of different ways to look at value. So there's short term value and long term value. Short term value are going to be things like anything that's an update to a home. So fresh paint, new carpet, updating fixtures, that kind of thing. So those are short term because the minute you get them installed, they start becoming dated. So everything, any sort of decor or styles are trendy, and so they come and go. Now, there's long term value, and that's things that will sustain value and hold value and continue to add value to your home over time. A couple good examples of that would be landscaping. So, if done right, planting trees and creating a nice outdoor space is going to create value that's everlasting. Same with things like changing your floor plan. So, if you tear out walls, open up spaces, create more light, that kind of thing, if done right, will always add value and sustain value in your home. And then there's other things to consider. So things like how long are you going to be in the home? How much are you spending on this project versus what is going to be your return on investment? And so, for example, Eric and I have talked about redoing our kitchen. Our house was built in the early 2000s and it's just dated at this point, could really use a refresh. And we've thought even of how we could change the footprint a little bit to make it a little bit more open. But we're not going to do that. And for us, it doesn't make sense. We're not going to see the value. And here's why. We plan to make our home an investment property here in the next year or so. And then from there, we'll probably keep it for the next 5, maybe even 10 years. And so by the time, if we spent tens of thousands of dollars to do a kitchen renovation, which is what it would cost to completely redo it, by the time we went to sell it in, let's say, even just 5 years, everything we had done would be A, dated at that point, and B, likely worn down from having renters in the home. So for us, the return on investment is just not there. It doesn't make sense for us. Now, what does make sense for us is to do some little updates. So we've replaced all the appliances. We're working on doing new countertops. We're going to do new fixtures on the cabinets. Little things to really give it a facelift that will then attract renters and we'll be able to rent it at a higher price. Other examples, so this seems counterintuitive, but if you're getting ready to sell your home and your carpet's really worn down, it doesn't sound appealing to spend a few $1,000s to have it replaced, but the value that it will add to the home and the perception that buyers will have as when they walk into the home will absolutely pay off for you in the long run with how much money you're getting for your home. So bottom line, there's just tons of variables, and it's not a simple, yes, it will add value and here's how much. It's worth a conversation to figure out what makes most sense for you to add the most value.